chapter 637, the Jinchuuriki of the Ten Tails. So the chapter begins with Obito being manipulated by Madara's will. Of Hashirama, he actually senses something, since he's in his wood sage mode. He knows that Obito is being manipulated by Madara's chakra. And you see Madara, he's like covered in some sort of aura or smoke. I wasn't really sure. Madara is not manipulating Obito to use the Rinne Tensei. He's using him to use the forbidden jutsu of the six paths, which is called the Samsara of Heavenly Life. Don't know what that is. It'll probably be explained later on next week. Also, another thing to point out, Obito actually came back from the Kamui dimension and now he's on the Juubi's head. I had no idea where he popped out of, but yeah, that's where he was from last week. So Hashirama knew that they couldn't let Madara be revived, so he tells Naruto and Sasuke to stop Obito. But Sasuke goes on ahead, Naruto, tagging behind. Minato has this face, he's like, I see. So that's it, huh? He's got this pissed off face, and I really like it. However, the Kage, since they still have to maintain the barrier to keep the Juubi inside, their jutsus were pretty much limited. Hashirama can only summon 4 Mokuton clones, and Tobirama can only summon 2 Shadow clones. And we see Minato is about to use the Shadow Clone Jutsu himself. But the clones, the Hashirama and Tobirama clones, they're heading towards Madara to stop him, while Sasuke tries to head to Obito to stop him. And then Madara's like, yeah, clones aren't enough to stop me. And then we get a flashback, and I know. It's Obito's flashback, and yes, he's thinking about Rin, but it's short. So just let it slide for just this once, okay? So in this flashback, you see Kakashi, Obito, Minato, and Rin. Kakashi and Rin are walking away, leaving behind Obito and Minato. Before we get more into the flashback, we cut back to Sasuke. Sasuke's heading towards Obito, but the Juubi, even though he cannot move, he can still summon Juubi arms to lock on to Aoda. Aoda leaves because Sasuke told him to. So Sasuke, he summons his Susanoo and he launches one of his Amaterasu arrows at Obito, but it was deflected by Obito's chakra rods that are coming out of the black side of his body. But then we had to go back to the flashback when Rin and Kakashi were walking away. Minato asked Obito if he loves Rin. And then Minato tells Obito this advice. He says, "We'll become Hokage, right, Obito?" What does this have to do with liking Rin? It's basically Minato is telling Obito is that you like Rin, right? If you become Hokage, then Rin will love you back. That's not good advice. I mean, if it does happen, and let's say Rin does eventually fall in love with Obito because he became Hokage, then Rin would be a total bitch. I mean, wait, is that why Obito wants to become Hokage in the first place? I mean, from the flashback, he said that he wanted to become Hokage. Was it because it was so that he can get Rin to like him back? Because if it is, that is one of the stupidest reasons I've ever heard of somebody wanting to become a leader of a village. That is just dumb. So that's it from that flashback. And then back in the real world, we see Minato, Minato's shadow clone. He has his tri-pronged kunai and slash right across Obito. And that is why he's the Yellow Flash, and that is why he's awesome. Yes. Although, I didn't like the advice that he gave to Obito in the flashback. Whether it was real or not, I couldn't tell. I mean, there were no backgrounds. It was just completely gray-ish. Don't know if it was a real flashback or not. I don't know. But anyway, yes, Minato slices Obito. I've got to admit, I was freaking happy when that happened. I was like, yay! Now we're even. Actually, no. He has to do a lot more. I mean, this guy is responsible for Minato Kushina's death, so yay. He then realized right then that the masked man that he fought the entire time was really Obito. And he had this shocked face. He was like, Obito, it was you? I was expecting him to be a little angry, but seeing his shocked face, yeah, I can understand why. Also, we have brief panels of the flashback between Obito and Minato when they fought. That was a good fight, and honestly, a way better flashback than Obito's, frankly. So, yeah, thanks to Minato, he managed to stop Obito from using the jutsu. So all that's left now was Madara, and oh, okay, apparently Hashirama summoned 6 clones instead of 4. I thought it was 4, I counted, but it was 6, my bad. So they're gonna confront Madara. It looked like that Madara failed, and it looked like that he was gonna be like either pissed, angry, or like something. But no, he's like, I failed, huh? What is with this guy? Even things don't go according to plan. He's like, oh, I failed, huh? He looks like he's smiling. I'm like, what is going on with this guy? I mean, really? So anyway, yeah, Madara's like, I failed, huh? Oh, well. He just doesn't give a flying fuck. What is up with this guy? The reason why Minato was able to get to Obito real fast was because the time that he marked him when he was Madara, apparently if you're marked with the Hiraishin, it doesn't disappear, it's permanent. So that's how he was able to get to Obito on time. It looked like that Minato was really disappointed or sad at Obito because he said that while you were alive, you wanted to become Hokage. So you think that, oh, Obito is now dead, and Sasuke's like, alright, now that Obito is gone, now we can deal with Madara and seal him up. But no, he's still alive. Darn. Obito, even though he has a hole in his chest, he's got sliced, half of his body is covered with Madara's will. He's like saying, are you sure that'll be enough to bring an end to this war, my fellow Judas? Obito is alive, and when we see the Juubi like go through the Myojinmon or something. I was pretty confused as what was going on. It's like it's being absorbed, and it turns out it was. Naruto managed to grab onto Sasuke and the Minato clone and managed to like back away. Turns out that the jutsu really was a success. They didn't fail or something, I don't know, but apparently Obito managed to prevent Madara from manipulating his body. And apparently this whole time Obito had this desire to become the Jinchuuriki of the Juubi. So Obito absorbed the Juubi, becoming its Jinchuuriki. We see its face. That's basically it from the chapter. So that is Naruto chapter 637. What did I think? Well, the chapter was good, but when I got to like the ending, or basically to Madara, I was like, what? I mean, honestly, I'm a bit conflicted. I mean, I did not see this coming, and I will give kudos to Kishimoto for that. It was pretty surprising, but I was a bit conflicted. Madara's plan supposedly failed. He wanted to be revived and become the Jinchuuriki, but instead it was Obito who became the Jinchuuriki of the Juubi. And according to Naruto, this was something that he wanted to be all this time. He wanted to be the one to become the Jinchuuriki of the Juubi. But the way Madara reacted, it's like he doesn't give a damn anymore. I mean, like, what, was this his whole plan the entire time, to make Obito the Jinchuuriki? I'm a bit confused with this. I mean, what is going on with Madara's head? Was this his plan the whole time, or he just didn't really care and he thought, hey, maybe this will go better than according to plan or something? I don't freaking know. Now, the fact that Obito became the Jinchuuriki, it did surprise me, I won't lie, but I'm a bit conflicted by it. On the one hand, I thought it was a pretty good plot twist, but on the other hand, Obito of all people, really? And he said that he overcame Madara's will. When did that happen? Also, he was able to overcome Madara's will and become the Jinchuuriki of the Juubi. Yet he lost to Kakashi. And Kakashi was using the same moves as he did a few years ago, that one time they sparred against each other. This guy can overcome Madara's will, and yet he lost to Kakashi? Really? Obito as a Jinchuuriki? Really? But I think that Kishimoto made him the Jinchuuriki instead of Madara because in order for Madara to become the Jinchuuriki, he has to be revived. And right now he's an immortal Edo Tensei zombie. And if he became the Jinchuuriki, then he would be mortal. His odds of dying are higher than it was when he used Edo Tensei. So Kishimoto wanted to make him immortal so that he could be more powerful and he wouldn't be defeated so easily. But if Obito is the Jinchuuriki now, does this mean that he's going to be the final villain and not Madara? You know what? Before I delve into this, yeah, there's still some like questions going on. I mean, like, what was Madara's true intentions? I mean, was this really what he wanted in the first place the entire time, or it wasn't, but he decided to go along with it. And Obito, I mean, like, when did he overcome Madara's will? And why him to become the Jinchuuriki when he lost to Kakashi of all people? The Juubi hasn't even entered its final form. Can Obito really control it? I mean, he did control Kurama with his Sharingan, yeah, but this is the Juubi. So it's going to be a whole new level. So you know what? I'm going to wait till next week to see where this goes. If this goes pretty well, then I'll like the plot twist in this week's chapter. If not, then fuck it. I don't really care. Madara got interesting at the beginning, but then he was like... If you think Aizen is the king of trolls, then Madara is the king of I don't give a flying fucks. God, I don't... So yeah, that's Naruto chapter 637. The surprise plot twist was a surprise, but not really sure if it's good or not. We'll just have to wait and see until next week. Alright, tell me guys what do you think about this chapter in the comment section down below. Also, I got a Facebook fan page, so check that out. Plus, add me on Google+, and subscribe and like my videos if you want to see more. That's basically it. I'm Luis Brown 27, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.